Siegel and Clint Eastwood had worked in many movies, and Don Siegel taught Clint Eastwood how to make movies. And when they made movies, they would be giving, Don would be giving Clint lessons. I mean, literally lessons, like a teacher. And on Alcatraz, the same thing. During, as a matter of fact, in the doctor scene on Escape from Alcatraz, there's one scene where they're in a doctor's office. It's a very short scene. The doctor in that scene, that's Don Siegel. Clint Eastwood wanted to direct the scene. He said, I'm ready. Let me direct something that I'm not in. So Don Siegel said, okay, there's a small little scene. You can direct that. But I have to be there. I've got to be in it. I'm not going to not go into work that day.
We're back again, engaged. Max, Jason, Justin, and Mike.
2 weeks in a row.
It has been a fantastic and one of my most productive weeks, I think, since I have moved into my new place. I got a bed put together today like an adult, and I got the room done downstairs. Not done. I still got to work on the background, but I got the room in the basement done for podcasting. Tony's playing Mortal Kombat. I'm so glad he gave up on playing that on expert. It was just, you remember the anger from the NES back in the day? It was that times 100. Good.
Good. You should have only let him play on expert. That's so they can just know a bit of the frustration that we had to suffer for every third game. Every third NES game is unbeatable. So they need to know the struggle. They need to know. This is Ripley, by the way.
Believe it or not.
She craves human flesh. She's the recent addition to our family.
Craves human
she will eat the fingers off of your hand. She's a little demon. I don't think we actually bought her. I think she just kind of showed up one day and tricked us into thinking that we purchased the dog. But she's a little terror and she craves human flesh.
That's incredible.
Mike, after we were done with 3 Geeks last week, you made a short film. Tell me about it real quick.
Yeah, I just decided on a whim to make a short film that night. I mean, I made the decision earlier in the day, but I didn't really know what I was going to be about. Then I'm like, hey, I got this prop gun. Hey, I got a leather jacket. Hey, it's raining outside. Black and white would be cool. Let's do that. And so, yeah, I put together a short film in put it together in 6 hours. Spent 3 hours shooting it, had a quick drinky, then went home and edited it. So.
Had some inspiration.
We don't really get to see much of your acting in your movies. That's why I was complimenting you so much in the thing, because I haven't really seen a lot of your acting. And, man, you did a really good job. It's very impressive that was shot in 6 hours.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And, yeah, it was fun. Go check it out. It's called... What is it called?
I don't remember. I was hoping
Job Gone Wrong. That's what it's called. I don't remember. It's on my address right there. Look, sorry, I got the flu shot yesterday, so I'm still a little out of it. So
all right, yep. Man, I love it when medication messes you up worse than the thing it's prevented.
It does so for a day. I knew I was in for. I mean, I'm fine. I don't have chills or I don't feel terrible. I'm really out of it, and I knew it was going to be a difficult 24 hours in terms of that because immediately I tasted metal in the mouth after the vaccine. I'm like, yep, okay, this weekend's gonna be fun. This will be fun.
I am Iron Man.
I'll be getting the COVID vaccine, but I will not be getting the flu vaccine because whenever I do, I get the flu for a week, and it's always worse than when I don't get the vaccine. So I
wanted to get my COVID this week, but they were all out, so I got to get next weekend and stuff. I mean, I decided I'm not doing it what I did last time, which was one in each arm.
Yeah,
that put me on my ass for 48 hours.
But Justin, how was Dayton today?
It was good. Renaissance Fair is fun. If you're looking for fun medieval clothing and or random shows.
That's what, you took a date to a Renaissance Fair?
No. Sorry. I went.
Dayton.
Oh,
the city.
Dayton, the city.
Ohio.
Dayton.
Not who you dating, but city of Dayton.
Sorry. Oh, I completely again.
It's cool. Yep.
No, okay, cool.
All out
Renaissance
for it.
fair. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was like, man, does Mike have inside knowledge? Did Justin
No,
go on a
me
date?
either, right?
And, like the weird thing is, like I thought you were asking, like, he's got a girlfriend. I was like, oh man, like we didn't hear anything about this.
Yeah,
And then I was
no,
like,
you'd
oh
hear
no,
about it. You'd
Renaissance
hear about
fair
it.
in Dayton. Yes, good times.
No, Dayton's fun. If you're in the state of Ohio and enjoy Renaissance fairs, the one near Dayton is a lot of fun. There's a thing called the Dirty Show, which is just like they did the reenactment of Dante's Inferno with mud, which was a lot of fun.
All right.
Ooh, that's kind of
There
cool.
was like a couple of comedians just joking around.
Did they
always
they had
fun.
circles of hell and everything, or was that? the
Yeah, they
show,
had
like-
they only did 3 levels, but yes, they
Oh, okay.
definitely did it. They like grouped them 1 through 3, 4 through 6, or whatever. Yeah, something.
Cool.
It's good.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's why Kathleen and her husband didn't make it to Monroe's because they were at a Renaissance fair in Michigan.
Slackers.
I've never been to a Renaissance fair. Maybe I
Well,
should
really?
check it out.
Yeah,
the
priorities. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
cool.
I've never seen like the joust at a Renaissance fair, which I really like at some point in time to actually catch it. But like I always show up after the joust is done, and I need to go like early in the morning or something sometime.
There were no utensils in medieval times. Would you like a refill on your Coke?
I love that movie. Nice pool. So we're only going to cover like one news story because that's really all there is, and it's one that I think is worth noting because there's been so much confusion. But James Gunn has clarified that they are only hanging on to Zolo Maraduena, who will play Blue Beetle. Viola Davis and John Cena are the only people that are carrying over into the, and that's perfect. I wanted Blue Beetle, and John Cena makes sense. And so none of the films so far are in his canon. So his Suicide Squad is not in his canon.
Oh,
and
that's a shame.
Technically, Peacemaker is also wouldn't be in his canon.
Oh, that's a shame.
So it's a different Cena? Is it?
But I
for a
mean,
different
it is.
Cena?
I'm sure they're going to keep it the same. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I can deal with Suicide Squad and Peacemaker being the start of the new new canon. I'm down for that. I am 100% down for that.
Yeah, I Suicide Squad 2 had no business being as good as it was. I really enjoyed that.
Oh my god! Just how bad the first one was to how good the second one was is like they are galaxies apart. Like and there's no hyperdrive you could build to get from one of these galaxies to the other, and they did it. It was just no, amazing. I love it, and they should have kept that in. I really think that Suicide Squad 2 and Peacemaker should still be.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
we'll see, though. I mean, we'll wait until they change their minds again because he's still got time to decide. But he did confirm that Aquaman, as we've been saying, is not part of the new DCU. So
yeah,
that's
I mean,
just
like
not gonna come out.
you can't have Peacemaker in there because they show the Justice League as the Justice League, now. So I guess I see why, but it makes me sad. Teary eyes for Peacemaker.
Justin, you randomly go to movies. Did you happen to catch Saw X yet?
Not yet. I want to check it out though. So if anyone wants to go, I'm down to sit with you.
Well, Saw X is the very first Saw movie to have a positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It is currently sitting at 91%. Like Saw 1, I think, is at a 52%.
That was the best one.
Cool.
So, I mean,
Cool.
the new one, maybe it'll be good, but we'll see.
Justin-
I haven't liked any of the sequels except for Spiral, so.
We
I guess
apologize for Justin. He is attending to his floof.
He's leaving to go see Saw X right now.
Yeah, right now. He's like 91%.
He's like, I'm in. But as soon as Justin gets back, we're going to play a fun game. That should be fun.
All right.
I love
Fun.
these going through these bad reviews and just hearing the ones Justin comes up with on top of the others. So
Oh, it's the whole one's a real one, the rest are
yeah,
crafted.
Well, no, I think so. He reads a bad review and then he'll say 4 movies.
Oh, is that the one we're doing?
Oh, okay.
I think, or that's how. I think that's how it works.
Something or other.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's that way this time. Yeah.
And we have to
One
guess
review,
which
one
movie.
review.
But they're all actual reviews and they're all actual movies.
Cool. Cool.
I actually watched My Adventures Through Superman and I really dug it.
Nice. You finished it then?
Yeah, I got through all 10 episodes. I'm down for season 2, after all this, obviously. But, yeah, no, I'm surprised how much I liked it.
Me too, honestly. And I'm a Superman fan. So I was
It took me back to Timverse. Like, it took me back to that kind of feel. And yeah, like, that's really hard to do. And I'm glad they did it. And I hope we get more at some point in time.
Yeah. So I did say in the comments I'd quickly review American Horror Story, the new season. It's good. There you go. That's my review.
I actually watched the first episode of that too.
I like the fact that I like horror where the main character is kind of lost and doesn't really know what's happening. And I'm digging it so far. And I will say, this is the only positive you'll ever hear me say about a Kardashian. She's not the worst actress.
Well, the whole setup is like it's set in like basically her world, right?
Yeah.
So
she's an agent.
It's not like she's being taken back to like medieval times or
right, like
a Renaissance fair, if you will.
But Emma Roberts is the lead this season, and I freaking love her as an actress. Max, I mean, I'm surprised, 1, you're watching it, and 2, like, what do you think?
My wife loves horror, so every now and again she'll be like, "Please, please, please," and make with the sad eyes, and I gotta just buckle down and go watch Smile or episode 1 of American Horror Story. But it wasn't. I was not put off by it. It has a level of creepiness that I'm interested to see what happens next, but it's
gonna fumble the ending, but so far it's been good.
yeah, not terrible. I'll give it that, and also not so scary that I can't watch. You know what is so scary that I can't watch? The freaking opening credits.
I can't disagree with you. They are creepy, especially this one.
Oh god, that music and like they that music is just puts you on edge anyway. Like they could do a black screen and roll that music, and I would still be like a level of creeped out. But they just flash some images in your face that I get all of that feeling watching it. I just stopped. I was like, fast forward through this. Like it was maybe 20 or 25 seconds in, and I was like, fast forward through this.
Oh, it was a skip intro moment for you. Yeah.
My friend, I promoted him on last night's Whatnot, Toyologist. He sent me this to give away to the people that are watching. So if you guys are looking for a brand new copy of Spider-Man on 4K, all you have to do is subscribe. Send me an email with a screenshot that you subscribed and an address, and I'll pick a winner out of the people that email me. So
shoot, if you don't hurry up and do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to send an email right now. Actually.
We demand proof of life.
But all right, Justin, it's your show, buddy.
Cool. Hang on, I'm going to do a quick. Okay, I can't control it still. Alrighty. So this is a game. If you were familiar with a couple of shows ago, we did something very similar. I have a review. I have a handful of movies that could be tied back to that review. One for sure is. I try to find the funniest ones. I also believe a couple of them, if they were kind of a famous reviewer, I added the name. I almost regret that now, only because of it might give away some of the answers to the things, but it's fine. We will play through it. It'll be fun. So first one, absolutely horrified. I thought it was a claymation movie with lambs. I got confused with Shaun the Sheep. My 3-year-old hasn't said anything since watching this. We have A, Shaun of the Dead. B, Black Sheep. C, Lamb. D, Silence of the Lambs.
All right, let's go to Mike McGee. What is your answer?
I would probably say B, Black Sheep, just because I can't imagine anyone going into Shaun of the Dead or Silence of the Lambs without actually looking at the poster for one of those and being like, "Where's the sheep?" There's an actual sheep. And wait a minute, is this the Black Sheep, the horror film, or are we talking about the
Black
Chris
Sheep?
Farley?
That
Sheep
is
with,
the comedy. That's the comedy.
Yeah, Chris Farley.
Oh, well, Jesus, never mind.
You're
Because
welcome.
there is a movie called Black Sheep, so I was thinking that is an actual like horror film.
Hey,
But I don't think they're like going into the movies watching this stuff. I think they're like at home streaming it.
You still okay? In that case, I'm going with Shaun of the Dead then. Now that
I
clarified.
did mean the horror movie Black Sheep. I'm sorry. That was the one I had in mind. Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
What game you playing, sir?
No. I made this a month and a half ago. I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's been 2 weeks.
What are you playing at?
Okay, you know what? I'll stick to my guns, and we're just gonna say I'm gonna say B, Black Sheep, thinking it's the New Zealand Black Sheep horror movie.
It was because I was looking for But.
Okay, I'm going with B then. I'm going with my first one then, because that's where my mind went. I don't go to Chris Farley immediately like some people.
What do you got, Max?
D. I'm gonna say D.
Okay, Jason.
I'm not playing.
Okay. All right.
I'm along for the ride. I'm having fun.
Then it was D. Silence of the Lambs.
Well, never mind.
I just want to know, like, who is watching all of Silence of the Lambs with their 3-year-old?
Right, like
Yeah.
how do you let the kids sit through the whole thing?
Yeah, that was the other thing too, because they say I thought it was a claymation movie. Like even with like the Black Sheep,
You find
and
out
it's
very
like,
quickly.
You
Yeah.
think like, okay, I'm sticking around. Maybe it goes from live action to claymation. Silence of the Lambs establishes itself as like, nope, this is strictly thriller.
But I'm like, but that also means that this person had not seen Silence of the Lambs until they had a 3-year-old child.
Right.
It also proves that no one pays attention to any of the promotional material for any of these films, whether they're on streaming or not, because there's nothing in any of like the thumbnails of this thing on whatever streaming platform that screams, "Hey, there's a sheep in this, an actual sheep in it."
Right.
Yeah, is there even a sheep depicted in the Silence of the Lambs?
It's a story element, and the most famous like image is her face with the moth on it. That's
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like people just don't pay attention.
All right.
Bad
That-
parenting.
Yes.
That is question 1. Number 2, The Rock didn't cook up this hot mess, but he sure served up this as the main dish.
What's up,
A,
George?
Red Notice. B, Black Adam. C, Baywatch. D, Doom. This is my favorite because I got to pick through all the bad Rock movies.
They're all bad.
I
Yeah.
know.
All
So
these
many.
choices are bad.
Yeah.
There's
So
so
I'll
many.
be right back. My dog's barking, but give me 2 seconds. and-
my dogs are barking.
My
Oh,
dog.
singular.
He's got
Singular
to
dog.
go. He's got to go soak his feet in some Epsom salts or something.
Yeah, I had fun with Red Notice. I hated Baywatch. I didn't even make it all the way through Baywatch. I've not seen Doom, and I have no interest in Black Adam.
See,
I'm-
also,
Hey,
is
Ben,
this is a customer review?
I think it's a critic review.
Yeah,
we'll
I
have to
think
ask him when he comes
this
back.
seems critic.
Huh. Because that phrasing of The Rock didn't cook up this hot mess. Because I'm like, he hasn't had to rely on rockisms for a while now. And Baywatch, Black Adam, and Red Nose are firmly in like his, please call me Dwayne. Period.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Doom, he
Dwayne.
was still
The
kind of
Rock.
known as The Rock.
Yeah.
And he had hair still. He still had his hair, so he wasn't like the actor that we know today.
So he was still trying to be like, hey, don't call me The Rock, but everyone still called him The Rock.
Yeah.
So, whenever Justin comes back, I'll go with D.
Yo.
I wanted to go with D, but I will pick a different answer from you, and I will say I've never seen any of these movies. Actually.
They're all bad. They are all bad. You really
No,
can't
I've
go
seen
wrong.
Doom.
But they are
I've
all
seen
bad.
Doom, but I'll go with Baywatch.
Baywatch. Well, if I heard Mike's answer, which I think was D, the answer is B, Black Adam. It was his most recent one here. But hot trash, Black Adam.
Yeah, it is. But what critic is still saying The Rock is cooking in their reviews.
Fair, totally fair.
I feel
All right,
like
so-
that guy was just
I mean,
trying
does
to
he still say
trying real
that?
hard.
Because he still does wrestling events. Does he still do all that
I
shit?
think
Not
he
unless
hasn't
he's-
done his gimmicky lines.
Yeah,
for a
not
long
unless
time.
he's in the thick of said wrestling event. Otherwise, like I never hear him talk about anything. Granted, I don't really like catch the latest rock video on social media or whatever, but it's like, yeah.
No.
I got to stop applying logic to this and just go.
Yeah,
with
no,
the
honestly,
dumbest-
it's fun to me though, like how
Yeah.
your process yields the worst results. Like so far, you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna analyze the phrasing of the critique.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
has gotta be from
Yeah, no,
1990.
it makes for a good podcast.
it's all context clues, and I'm like, who the hell still puts like The Rock isn't cooking in their reviews? What a hackneyed
Like, I
line.
mean, and also, it's like, I can smell what The Rock cooked, and it stinks. It's like, I don't know. There's better ways to throw it out there than
All right,
he cooked
number
a hot
3.
mess.
This movie doesn't scrape the bottom of the barrel. This movie isn't the bottom of the barrel. This movie isn't below the bottom of the barrel. This movie doesn't deserve to be mentioned in the same sentence with barrels. That was the illustrious Roger Ebert.
And I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It is not D because that movie came out after Roger Ebert passed away.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was
Yeah,
like,
some of these I should have checked the.
I was
the
like,
the guesses I was
that was
putting out
long
there.
after he died, or not
But-
long after, but he had not passed away.
A, road trip. B, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. C, Freddy Got Fingered. And the illustrious D, That's My Boy.
I'm
Still
gonna
a
go
trash
with-
movie. But
I'm going with C. Freddy Got Fingered because I believe he did have. I can't remember the exact words, but it's the only one that stands out to me. Is like Roger Ebert did have some choice words for that particular film. I think.
I will go with. Was he dead? No. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
he was alive for A, B, and C for sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kung Pao Enter the Fist is my answer.
Cool. Yeah,
Geo
C for
playing
Freddy-
along
for Geo,
says
yeah,
Freddy
thank
got
you, Geo.
fingered.
If you had Freddy Got Fingered, you would be right. He hated Freddy Got Fingered.
Well, the movie is bad.
What I
It is
remember,
very bad. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like
here's
some
what I
sausage?
remember though, is that at least he says it's memorable, because he then reviewed. I think it was, what was it called, Stealing Harvard or whatever it was,
Yeah,
with Jason Lee and Tom
I
Green
hated
in
that
it.
movie.
And he was like,
oh,
I'll say this about Freddy Got Fingered, at least I remember it.
yeah, totally fair. Cool.
That's
Oh,
another movie I've only seen like 10 minutes of. Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, I think I've seen it all the way through, but I've since then blocked it from my memory.
Yeah, I never got Tom Green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, his comedy was a little off for me, but as a kid, I thought it was hilarious.
yeah. What are you gonna do?
5-minute rant. Wow, that's impressive.
Senior Citizen Special of the Year, a popcorn movie made from mature corn. Kelly Vance. A, Jaws 3D. B, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. C, Highlander 2. D, Pacific Rim 2.
I'm gonna say Indiana Jones.
I want to say Indiana Jones.
That feels like a whole lot of Harrison Ford is old.
I'll give a second for the folks that are playing along at home. You don't have to put your comments in, but yeah. Nice.
Jennifer
Well, I'm glad you
Connelly
enjoyed Tom
voice.
Green, Jeff.
Yeah, like, hey, we're not trying to take that away from you. We just
Nah.
don't get it.
I appreciate what actually he paved the way for, because then it made way for stuff like Eric Andre, which I was just like, okay,
Oh, yeah. That's true.
let's take it to the next level of surreal.
What's up, Frankie? If you got some.
We're all on the we're all swinging through the jungle with Shia LaBeouf.
and your intuition was correct. It was B, Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Kelly Vance comes up a couple times in this.
I wonder what they thought of this latest Indiana Jones, where he's even older.
That's true. He's not getting any younger.
What would they compare it to now? This is that one beef jerky you left in the back of the cupboard.
That's right. Okay. This one was
Back
fun
in-
from.
Just hanging out in the trunk. It's super dried out.
It's actually a lich if we're gonna go with the D&D. So stupefyingly hideous. This is number 5. So
No,
stupefyingly hideous.
Jennifer, I love that you own your fandom. Trust me, I'm on here defending my fandoms all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said
like
something.
everything. You just like everything.
That's not true though. There's things I don't like. I don't like Freddy got fingered.
To each their own.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
this is
5. So stupefyingly hideous that after watching it, you'll need to bathe in 10 gallons of disinfectant. Get a full body scrub and shampoo with vinegar to remove the scummy residue that remains. Some movies leave a bad taste in the mouth. This one causes full-on halitosis. Also a Jen Chaney quote. She had a couple of them. A. National Lampoon's Last Resort. B. Half-Baked. C. National Lampoon's Gold Diggers. And D, Weekend at Bernie's.
Frankie, first off, what's the goal? Let me know in the comments. Can't remember. And then this is the dad joke of the day. What do you call two witches living together? Broom mates. Nice.
it's seasonal.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean,
I like
Hats
it.
to you.
I'll
Hats
take
to you,
Halloween
sir.
dad jokes.
I'll take dad jokes any day. I started to sneak a couple of them into our shorts at the bottom of them. So if you're ever curious and like look at the shorts of our shorts, there is a random joke at the bottom.
I love everything. Just ask Mike.
Yes, I know. Jennifer is a fellow filmmaker and makes some really incredible films. So you should go check out her stuff.
Cool. Yeah, please go check out Jennifer.
I think I subscribed to her based on your channel. I think I saw her in one of your comments. Yeah.
Yep, that is probably why she's watching right now. I don't know. I'm gonna go with one. I don't know. Go with one of the. I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter if I choose one of the lampoons. I don't even know what either of those are.
Yeah, they seem.
I mean, it matters in the sense that like there is a correct answer out there somewhere. But
yeah, but
trying to win the game.
Part of me kind of feels I don't know. Like National Lampoon's been doing a lot of those direct-to-video things where
just all bad,
and this feels like a whole lot of like, yeah, this is something you give an all bad DTV thing. Max, choose one. I'll go with whatever you don't choose.
Okay,
unless you go with one of the other two.
No, I agree. I think it is one of the National Lampoons. I'm gonna go with Gold Diggers.
Okay, I will go with Last Resort then.
Well. Due to your democracy, one of you is wrong. But one of you is also right. And that person would be whoever chose Gold Diggers.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I didn't wait for the people
This is one thing I will happily thank Kanye West for. Like, you read the name, the song went off of my head, I couldn't get away from it. So that I owe that little point to Kanye West.
Oh, okay.
To answer your question, it should be called Podcast with Mike McGee. That's probably a more accurate title.
I mean, to be fair, we have every 20,000 geeks on this.
Yeah, podcast. Every 6 months or so, we get why is it called 3 Geeks when there's like 8 of us on screen?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
totally reasonable.
That'd be a fun game. Guess who's not a geek?
Well, spoilers. No one here.
All right, cool. The answer was C. All right, this one. Number 6, the aesthetic equivalent of being run over by a truck. Evidently, a lot of people think that great art is supposed to be like this. If it shocks them, it must be brilliant. The movie is shockingly all right. The press has been full of stories about fainting, vomiting, and then fleeing. I think I messed up the copy paste. Fleeing viewers.
Viewers.
Yeah, eeing viewers.
I mean, they could. They're leaving the theater going.
I mean, I kind of okay. That's the actual quote now.
Yep.
Mandela
effect. This not happened.
Yeah.
And it's Bernstein Bears.
You have A, The Hills Have Eyes. B, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. C, Martyrs. D, The Exorcist.
You know, I just want to say, you know, the police worked very swiftly and in record time found the killer of Tupac. So good job, police. Didn't take you any time at all.
It didn't take you 40 years. Yeah.
I mean, the guy hasn't been bragging for like 20 some years that he killed him, and he finally got around to killing him.
Cops. Anyway, I'm gonna choose Jennifer. I don't know you, But
It
you seem
sounds geeky enough to be on our podcast.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like
My philosophy is you can be geeky about anything, whether it's comic books, movies, video games, fine food. Sometimes we go on a tangent about food here, so it's like
To me, that's some of our favorite top 5 lists.
yeah.
Jennifer, email me 3geeks
yeah, we
podcast.
would
I'd love to talk about your
absolutely
movies.
love for you to join us.
3geekspodcast@gmail.com.
I'm gonna go with. I've never even heard of the Martyrs or Martyrs.
It's very dark. Horror.
I have not either.
I want to say The Hills Have Eyes.
Okay.
I will say, part of me wants to say Texas Chainsaw, but let me go with Exorcist, just because I know at the time, like what Jennifer was saying there, at the time, that was the whole thing. People fainting, vomiting.
I'm going to do that in horror movies from now on, just when I'm like,
I'll go with D.
okay. Give a moment for folks at home. And it was D, The Exorcist. Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike.
I think Max and I are all squared up at this point, if we're the only two on.
Yes, I agree.
2 and 2.
I have not been keeping score.
I've definitely been keeping score.
Hey,
and
no
Mike
quick and
is
pen guy
correct.
coming through.
That's the thing. I'm like, I know Max is keeping score. I know he wants to lord this over me later.
I'm just slightly competitive. It's no. It's fine. It's fine. It's not toxic at all.
All right, this one was fun for me. 7. The more one sees the main characters, the less appealing they become. A. The Wolf of Wall Street. B. American Psycho. C. Empire Strikes Back. D. Raging Bull.
I need to see Raging Bull. It's a movie I've been wanting to see. I know it's
Yeah.
got De Niro and Pesci in it.
Boy, let me tell you, the more I see Han Solo and Princess Leia, the more I hate them. Let me tell you, in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't feel like Empire Strikes Back belongs with these movies.
That's an outlier.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the ringer, I think.
Yeah, I'm picking that one.
I mean, they're all great movies from what I've been told on Raging Bull.
Well, but like Raging Bull, like I can see someone saying this comment about Raging Bull.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see them saying it about Wolf of Wall Street or American Psycho.
But C intrigues you because it's so
different.
Yeah,
so different that it might actually be true.
I mean, because like if it was just like a generally like this is a bad movie, this is a hokey premise, like that I will hear about Empire Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying? Like the comments, those comments are understandable, but like the more one sees the main character. No, I mean like they yeah, it's like Han Solo and Princess Leia, like Luke Skywalker on Dagobah.
But also, this is People magazine, so
People magazine.
It's a popular publication. So it I find it a little weird that People magazine would be like, yeah, Empire Strikes Back, so unappealing in terms of its characters.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
I'll have to agree with Max on that, Wolf of Wall Street, because that's the whole point, is they're living this seemingly glamorous lifestyle, but then you see like how much more terrible they are because of it.
All right, give it a second for people at home playing. And it was, and you show me with your gut, you were both right. C, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh!
I need to see this article now.
I'll find it. It cracked me up. I was like, this is either going to, I mean, I wasn't sure how to play it. It's either grab every Star Wars movie, even the bad ones, just be like, figure it out, or just grab a bunch of movies that are like,
you need to send me the link to that People magazine.
Please? Yeah, I'll find it.
Because I need to read this review now.
Yeah, contact.
Like, what?
Yeah. All right. 8. If you can keep both eyes open through its whole 3-hour length, you're a better man than I am. Dave Kerr. This one was A, Ben-Hur, B, Gettysburg, C, 2001, A Space Odyssey, and D, Downsizing.
Now, immediately, I feel like it's either A or B.
Yeah,
Downsizing the Matt Damon gets small.
It was.
movie?
It was awful. I hate that movie.
That movie's 3 hours long?
Yeah. It's very close. I think it's like 2:45. Either way, I watched it on a flight, and they really need to warn people there's going to be nudity in that movie because, like, I had like a whole family around me, and I was just watching it, and there's gratuitous nudity.
What was the
movie.
rating? What was the rating of the movie when you went?
It was R, but they don't.
It was R.
Okay, well, sir, then you should not be watching it around children.
Yeah. That's on you, man.
No, there was no children.
Sir,
there wasn't children behind it. I said there was a family.
Sir, they rated the movie. They rated it.
I didn't know what the rating caused. If it was just like violence, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah,
but
no, like, they do that like before the movie on like HBO and shit. Like,
I wish they would have. I would have done something different. There was nothing warning me that there was nudity. It was weird.
Yeah. No, that's I hear what you're saying. I'm just
like, there's certain things I was like, if it's just like vocals, I can.
Right.
I can,
Yeah.
I
If they
had a
say
headphone
fuck
on.
like 3 times, like
Yeah.
versus the full frontal. You know, yeah.
Like people know what I'm watching. You know.
Did they swing dong in that movie?
Yeah.
Like, was it okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Because
Well,
it's the cloned bodies of people.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's
people
just
get like shrunk, or they get like small versions of their bodies that, of course,
Yeah,
they don't
there's
come
a-
out with clothes. So
right. Okay.
I gotta ask Jennifer, like, do you enjoy the movie and you just put it on to fall asleep to, or do you
But you
not?
said
like
you
the
fell
movie
asleep
and
on
just-
purpose.
Yeah,
I
it helps you go to sleep. Because that's how I am with Star Trek. Like, I like Star Trek, but I can fall asleep to it very easily.
I mean, there have been times that's why you know what? I'll go with 2001 as my choice because I love the movie, but there have been times that I have put it on to be like white noise as I drift off. So
I mean, it is a slow.
I
burn,
understand.
that
I understand
movie.
the temptation.
And it's just odd. It's just odd at points.
well, Jennifer, I was
Hell
gonna
yeah.
say, growing up in the '80s, I saw Chucky when I was 5 and Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 5. But then I saw this comment, and you were 10 when you saw Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, The Wall.
The Wall.
The Wall.
Pink
Nice.
Floyd's the
Well, I
Nice.
think it was more the fact that I was kind of forcing them to watch this movie with me because I'm right next to them. Like they didn't. It's not they signed up for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
My
Don't get me wrong. I love 2001 too, but it definitely fills that need of if I'm not in the mood to really check in with anything, it has this good atmosphere about it that I can drift off to it if I so choose. So I get that on purpose. Thing.
I gotta say A.
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
So Max is
Like-
A. I got C.
Give them
And
folks
that-
at home.
That
Folks
movie
at home.
is so long that I think it's still playing from
Yeah.
the first time it ever aired. Like it's just been going on that long.
And it was Max is right. It was A. It was
Oh,
Ben-Hur.
okay.
It was
Yeah,
not a-
the only shorter movie than Ben-Hur is Gettysburg. That's
And I have a feeling you wouldn't fall
downsizing-
asleep in Gettysburg because there's a whole lot of gunplay. So
I was close, man. I watched that when I was like in high school. Whenever it came out, I was like middle school or high school. I went with my buddy. It was a whole intermission. I was like, oh my god, this movie is too long.
can you see? No, you're not on camera.
Another one of these films is not like the rest
There you
with
go.
downsizing.
That's just because I hated it. I didn't even care if people picked it. I despised that movie. I was not a fan.
Yeah, Ripley has that cupcake. She likes to twerk. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she's got a lot of.
I did. I saw a
Nice.
dog's butt in your screen for a second.
Yeah,
Living her
yeah,
best life.
That was. Hey, I mean, like
Hey.
when you got it. When you got it.
All right, number 9. Everything of any interest was thoroughly covered in the original film, but like many people who have nothing to say, the sequel won't shut up. A. Zoolander 2. B. Godfather Part 2. C. Jurassic World Dominion. D. Hocus Pocus 2.
All right. It's Vincent Canby too, so he's a prickly dude. So it's not outside. I'm gonna take the wild swing here and say B, Godfather Part 2, because I feel it's not outside the realm of him to kind of be like, yeah, not a fan.
I've never seen The Godfather. Actually, I've never seen Zoolander 2. I've never seen The Godfather 2. I've seen Jurassic World Dominion and Hocus Pocus 2. Everything of interest was thoroughly covered in the original film. So he can't be talking about Hocus Pocus because neither films were good.
We love you too, Frankie.
World. So Jurassic World Dominion was a remake to Jurassic Park, or
Right.
a sequel was
But
series.
this is Jurassic World.
Listen.
Jurassic World.
Listen.
I've never seen that.
Listen.
I've never seen
Listen.
that movie or series. That's also true.
Fair
Jurassic
point.
Let's see.
World. It's
That's
just like
that's
sock
the
puppets.
that's the
Like-
direct-to-video Asylum knockoff.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, it's just sock puppets.
Oh my
Just
god!
Jurassic sock
Can
puppets.
we remake Jurassic World Dominion using only sock puppets?
I mean, we
Propose-
spared no wool expense.
Propose that to Mick for the next script read-through.
Oh my god! Yes, yes. I love it. Anyway, okay, so Zoolander 2, I don't remember at all.
It wasn't great.
Well,
My dad loves Zoolander 1, and
Zoolander 1
I
is
took him
funny.
to see Zoolander 2, and he was like, "This is not good." I was like, "Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
all right.
You're a bunch of big crappy movie."
I didn't like Zoolander 1, so
Mugatu? Gasoline?
Okay.
please?
Yeah, I'll take Zoolander 2.
All right. I put this in here for
And I'm
Max
B.
because of his hatred for The Godfather, but it was B, The Godfather.
Cha-ching.
Good.
Cha-ching. I know my Vincent Canby, and I'm like, yeah, he seems like the type that wouldn't
Yeah.
like Godfather Part 2.
You know you're a reviewer as well.
Oh man, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at that one because fuck those Godfather movies. I hate them all.
all right, guys. The last question for tonight, and we'll do the other half next month.
I'll spell check it.
Check
Number
in
10.
next week.
Yeah. I don't mean to be cynical, but isn't prison life supposed to be a little less nostalgic than this? A, The Rock. B, Cool Hand Luke. C, Shawshank Redemption. D, Stir Crazy.
Yeah,
Another one.
The
One of
Rock,
these things
where
is not like the rest.
they're catching virus orbs.
I
And
know. Yeah. Listen,
how nostalgic.
I mean, like they do.
Nicolas Cage dating the prom queen.
Sean Connery is in prison for like 3 minutes of that movie.
Yeah, but he's not nostalgic for it.
Yeah. I'm just, like maybe they found nostalgia out of the 4 seconds that Sean Connery was in a prison in that movie.
You know what?
While
Jennifer's-
pretending to be James Bond, because that's the whole thing. The James
yeah.
Bond movie about being a James Bond movie.
Right. All right. So it's either B, C, or D.
Jennifer, email me one of your short films, and we'll watch it, and we'll come up with some silly reviews for you for one of our future shows.
Silly reviews.
I'm gonna go with Shawshank. C.
How's it feel being damn? Just shots fired. Why are we publishing these call-outs?
But they're having a conversation amongst themselves.
Comment?
Why are we?
What was the first comment?
How's it feel being 50?
Oh damn.
He was asking her that, and then she said wrinkly. He's only 30. The math got mixed up somewhere in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Shawshank. Yeah.
Anyways.
I've never seen Cool Hand Luke.
I want a sequel, Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Is that your guess? Or
Shawshank.
Oh, okay. All right. You were
We're
both
both Shawshank.
correct. It was
Yep.
it was Shawshank. It was Shawshank. And if you were ever near Mansfield, Ohio, they do tours of the Shawshank Prison.
Mhm.
It's pretty
Yep,
cool.
that's what
I did it a couple weeks ago.
Somehow a movie called Stir Crazy, I don't think would have the term nostalgia attached to it.
I mean, it was them breaking out of prison, so I thought maybe.
But yeah, but also, for good reason.
Yeah.
It's not like what was the name of the dude who was like, I want to go back, Brooks or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What are you talking about? Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think they meant by nostalgic. It's like, wasn't prison fun when you're
Well,
getting
no, but, like,
beat
it's
up
so
and assaulted all the
tragic.
time?
Yeah, I'm like that. Like dudes get raped in that movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
multiple
It's
times.
rough.
Like, very violent rapes.
You do remember Andy Dufresne crawled through a river of shit
Andy Dufresne.
to get out of there.
right?
That was-
like,
That was Act 2. Andy Dufresne and the River of Pooh.
But aren't you nostalgic for that?
Yeah, aren't you nostalgic for crawling through that pipe, Andy?
That
oh.
that is an interest I don't want to unlock. Thank you.
Nah, I'm good. I was already like on edge when I saw Bishop do the pipe crawl in Aliens. Like,
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
that pipe having to be full of human waste.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. And then like you it got in his mouth. You know, like
Yeah, just the worst. Everything bad. Everything bad.
I mean, his whole like hands up platoon gesture to the air in the rain, like that's deserved because that guy was a champ.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we calling it on that. We are tied at 4 by my calculation.
Ooh, stay tuned for the cliffhanger.
Yeah. So
The back half is still full of spelling errors, and I'm sure random like dead reviewers they gave us.
Like give the answer away.
Stay
How
tuned.
could you have possibly
Stay
made
tuned.
this
Look
review
at
in
it.
2007?
Taking that out of context, if someone just came in now being like, yeah, the back half is full of like, you know, misspellings and dead reviewers, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Clip it.
Recycle your droids.
I really do my research for these.
I almost clicked in stream when you said recycle your droids.
That would have been so funny.
It's fucking Pavlovian. Like,
It's like, yeah, we reached that point already.
oh goodness! All right, so like, is it new catchphrase time? Is that it? Like, I gotta change it up. Like, you know, like oh, then from this point on, Max says this at the end of the show, and like it's the, you know, the turn for the podcast. Do I got to come up with something else?
You can if you want. You could use Chat GPT and just create like a new one every time. Be like, what's the new catchphrase?
No. Solidarity. I'm gonna hire a person to write the catchphrase.
Right. we end the writer's strike.
After the strike is over, I will hire.
The strike is over, Max.
It's done.
The WGA strike is over. SAG-AFTRA still.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well,
so you can write away
I'm
to your heart's desire.
I'm gonna go hire a writer right now and pay them an adequate wage and not, like, you know, use AI to be them for the rest of eternity.
I look forward to the numerous outros.
So last Saturday, I bought Mortal Kombat and spent all day installing it. I did the podcast. Game was installed. Tony and I were very excited because it had been 4 hours of installing. So then we hit play on the game, and then we had 3 hours worth of updates. I love the Switch. I love the Switch.
What's your internet speeds? Is it more that than the Switch? Like that's I'm not sure it's a hardware thing. It sounds like it's your internet.
I get 500 down.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Right.
No.
But the Switch version of Mortal Kombat, though, I've heard is very
good,
inferior to the PS5 version.
No, it's worth it, man. The graphics on this game are just incredible. Is anybody
so you want a PS5?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what are you saying?
I'm playing on the Xbox X right now.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, same thing, same deal.
Yeah. Same.
Just not the Switch.
Just not the Switch. Yeah.
It is incredible. The story mode's been a lot of fun watching.
I'm just happy that like they said they made a video game, they charged you a price for it, and then you got the video game that they said that they were going to give you.
Feels good, doesn't it? Feels real good.
That to me is awesome, you know, and I'm glad you're having fun. Like, how do you like the story now?
It just doesn't talk. He just stares at you. Story's fine.
It's good, man. It's good.
Story.
Is it good like Mortal Kombat? I watched Mortal Kombat movie on.
I thought Mike was about to do one of these.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat because there's some messages that I'm not understanding. Jennifer, I am as confused as you are, so I don't know what's happening. But anyway,
It devolves at some point. It's all good.
Mortal Kombat 11. At the end of Mortal Kombat 11, Liu Kang is now essentially Raiden. Liu Kang reset the timeline. Like, he made Shang Tsung a normal guy to try to wipe his memory so what happened doesn't happen going forward. Somebody has interfered with that. Of course, Shang Tsung's starting to get his power back, and that's what the game is about so far. But it's good so far. I'm really digging it. I didn't know like these characters are so layered because this is like the first Mortal Kombat I've actually sat down and really paid attention to the story.
All right.
Cool. I mean, you should go play the one right before because that one was great. I spent 30 or 40 hours on that thing.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Get the DLC too because that'll lead into your game now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Must be
cool.
Pretty cool.
But Baldur's Gate 3. Have any of you bought it Have you played it?
I have an Xbox. Have they fixed it on Xbox yet?
I have to look. I don't know. I've been playing on PC, so I can't tell you.
My PC would melt.
Mine makes real mad noises at me, so I get it. But
mine can't even make the speakers work regularly. If I try to put that game on my computer, my entire house would probably burn down.
Either way, as soon as you get it, let me know because I'm having a blast and I would like to include you in having fun.
No, that sounds awesome. I'm definitely down.
Yeah, I bet he is, Jen.
I am. I'm sick of Diablo. Like, I'm just trying to get to level 100. Like, and it is so grindy and like not even.
I've heard nothing but bad things for Diablo, right?
And like, it's not the it feels good. The powers are all right, but just like the way everything goes, and they didn't it's not releasing my endorphins the same way that a leveling like I'm loot catching game should, and they just need to work on that somehow. Like, make the game more fun. I don't know what to tell you.
I've been chasing that Diablo 2 high for a long time. That is so good.
Like, just do that. Like, steal from yourselves. It's fine. Like it's totally fine.
They just re-released Diablo 2, I think, with better graphics. But yeah, Tony was saying that he didn't like it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Everybody loves it. So the critics have it very high. And I looked up the Metacritic audience score, and it's like 20%. Like, audience hates this game.
We're talking 4, right? Yeah. People don't like 4.
Yeah.
Oh, Max, I got some possibly bad news for you. Did you see that the Knights of the Old Republic remaster, all the media on it has been privatized or put set to private and muted?
Yeah, it's probably not coming.
I'm sorry.
I knew it wasn't going to happen. I was already pretty aware that it was dead, but like, yeah, it's fine. You know what? And like, it was only going to come out for PlayStation or whatever anyway. So fuck it. Like, I don't need you. I don't need you and your lies. Okay.
So should we say it was put on Carbonite?
It's in perfect hibernation.
No, it's dead. It's dead.
No,
Captain Soul, did he survive? Nah, he's dead.
Let me check the little buttons real quick.
Check the little buttons. Dead.
You see that light flashing right there? You know what that says?
Dead. Or maybe close to death, but he's definitely blind.
Yeah. He's definitely capable of defeating Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom for the second time. I'm assuming you're really digging it. That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a new one.
I'm so far behind right now. I'm working my way through Final Fantasy 1.
Okay. But you haven't played Breath of the Wild?
I played that. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say you have to play Breath of the Wild. Like, it's so much fun. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. I have not started yet. I have it, but I haven't started playing it.
What's the gameplay time
when we're traveling?
What's the runtime for that normally? Is it 100 hours or so? Like, what's the normal like time sync?
Let me see here.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah.
But,
I could have just Googled it too. Sorry, I thought you knew. My bad. My fingers also.
One guy's been playing for 40 weeks straight now.
112 hours if you want to be a completionist, 70.5 hours for the main plus sides, 52 hours for the main story.
That feels good. Like a good aside.
I'm all right. I'm down for that. And I've seen some people doing some wild stuff on that game. Like, people building like Millennium Falcons somehow and like flying it around and like, launching fireballs out of it. Like, I've seen some wild stuff.
So it's basically like the new Minecraft, just really, really jacked up to.
But Zelda.
Yeah, but
so we should redo the Knights of the Old Republic in Zelda.
There you go. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Solution.
I am so down for that. Oh my god. Oh my god! Just make Knights of the Old Republic and put it somewhere where I can play it. All right, like
Revan's like, why do I hear an ocarina?
Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite game. It's my favorite game.
It is great. It is a fantastic game.
Well, guys, win this. Just subscribe, email me, 3geekspodcast@gmail.com. We'll be giving it away. Probably do next week's show, get some more people, and then give it away on the show after. But we got the Petersons coming back. Sexy October, guys. October 14th. Can't wait to talk to them. They came on last year on the 14th.
They are so much fun.
They are great. Remember that time Max was in the garage and
no
audio?
I couldn't get on.
That's
Yeah, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, no, that was great.
the
Yeah.
joy in
We
my
always go
heart
over when
when
they-
everyone was like,
Oh,
"We
dude,
can't
like
hear
them
you," and you
reading,
just speak in the dark.
I think I put my label as like late black asshole.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
and like watching them react to that was great. I love them. They are wonderful.
Yeah, they're a great family. Great.
So, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Check out youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Check out his latest video. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. The acting, Mike.
Thanks.
Like, kudos.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And you guys see us next week.
Oh,
Talk to you
buy
guys
his
soon.
merch too. I have a shirt. I
Recycle
still
your
wear it.
droids.
Yeah.